Okay, as promised, in my last video review of the Adventure-Spec skid plate, I'm going to show you how to install it on my KTM 690 Enduro R. This is a 2016 model, and as you can probably see from my wet shirt, it's humid in Virginia at the moment. It is into July, close to the end of July. Yeah, it's the last day of July 2016, and it's, I don't know, it's not that hot out, but my God, it's humid. We've had rain for the last, I don't know, seems like a week. About every night we get a couple of inches of rain and thunderstorms, and it's just god-awful humid. There's no breeze, and I'm sweating like a pig. So let me get the get my tools out and get the ground cloth down so I don't get mud all over me from the rain we had last night. And I'll show you what to do. It's pretty simple. It's only 2 bolts. Anybody can do it. Okay, got my pad down here. Got a drop cloth here. Just so if I drop a bolt, it won't go in the dirt and I'll lose it. So we need to take this bolt off right here. It's at the top of the front of the skid plate. Back of the skid plate just slides into 2 slots, so there's no bolts there. And I have no idea what size this is, but somewhere in this KTM toolkit is the right size socket. There we go. It is an 8mm. Let me give this a nice little wrench. Put that on there. Take this bolt out. There's one. Put it on the ground where you're not going to lose it. Two bolts. Front slides down and the back comes out. So he's got these 2 little, they're like rubber grommets that slide onto these posts, and they just slide into 2 holes down here on your frame. Now in the earlier video I was talking about the master cylinder. It's right here. You can see over my big belly. So the skid plate, the Adventure-Spec skid plate, comes down and goes underneath this, so it won't get hit by a rock, but I really doubt there's anything that's going to hit that. I guess it's possible, which is why they designed it that way, but I find it iffy. Okay, so here is the stock skid plate. As you can see, it's got the 2 mounting bolts up here, and these slide in at the bottom. This is the Adventure-Spec one. They give you a mounting bracket that bolts here, and then gives you these 2 ears on the inside. And this is the extra kick out that goes right below the brake pedal. This is the part that goes underneath your master cylinder. So I need to put the hardware on for these pieces here. I don't know if they expect you to use the factory ones or not. Maybe. No, I don't think so. So you can see it's a bit wider. You set that one inside of that. That's about how it would mount, and you can see the extra protection. It's got kickouts here. Way more kickouts on the right side, and way further back here. So that's good. We'll see let me go get the mounting hardware and mount it up. Alright, so in the previous video I said it was about $200 and some. I think I said $240. So here it is, Adventure-Spec bash plate, KTM 690 Enduro, and what's the E stand for? Whatever, I don't know. And a Husqvarna 701. Pounds, 160 pounds. Delivery is 40 pounds, so that's about $50, I think. Then value added tax 20%, so that's, of course, they claim there was no VAT, so I'm wondering why there was no VAT. So $200, 200 pounds is, I don't know what the exchange rate is. I think it's like 70 cent to the pound. So I don't know. Y'all do the math. Alright, so here's the hardware kit. The two pieces that slide in back here, and then this bracket that bolts up here to give me the two ears here to mount to the front. So let me get started with that. I don't know exactly what I need. Looks like an Allen wrench, and I don't see an Allen wrench in here. I guess they're assuming that I've got one with my toolkit. So let me go find the right Allen wrench and some Loctite for the screws so they don't fall out. Did I mention it was hot out here today? Humid. Very, very humid. Look, I got a free sticker. No, wait a minute. It cost me $240. Look, two of them. Maybe I'll stick one right here. Or no, maybe not, because they're not paying me to advertise. So, Allen wrenches, red Loctite. I think this is the type that you're not supposed to, or you can't remove unless you heat it up with a torch. So here's a bracket. It looks like stainless steel. I'm pretty sure that's stainless. And some tabs go here in the back. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Right here? Yeah. Okay. These tabs, they're drilled and tapped, and they just bolt right onto there. Now I don't know if these bevels are supposed to go inside or outside. They don't say. But I'm going to put them towards the outside, because I think it looks better that way. You know, my luck is that I'll get this Loctited on there and it'll be the wrong way. That's just the way my luck goes. Alright, I'm going to put these pieces on first. Flip it over. Okay, so we've got one thingamajiggy. And the bevel goes to the outside. Dab Loctite before I get started. Kind of like this gel Loctite. It doesn't run. It's not too runny. Should I speak with a British accent now that I've got a British skid plate? Right. Complete rubbish. Come on, get in there, baby. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a bike mechanic. Oh, for crikey. What the hell? Don't tell me they've got two different size screws. Ah, there we go. There's one. Bet you're saying to yourself right now, this is like watching paint dry. It's so exciting. Step 2, never tighten any screws fully until you get all the screws started. Come on. There we go. Have I mentioned that it's humid out here today? There. They are nicely countersunk, so that's a nice feature. Alright, there's one installed. Pivot on the outside. The plug towards the rear. Little dab of Loctite, little dab of Loctite. Stop that. And line it up. Stick the screw in there. Threads aren't very long. And guess what else happens when there's a lot of rain in Virginia? Mosquitoes. Lots of mosquitoes. Alright. First part of this is almost done. Give them a good torque. And 2. Okay. Now I gotta put this bracket on. Which goes up here. And it is also countersunk from the front, so that's nice. There's one bolt. And what? Why have I got such a short bolt here? I have one short and one long, and 2 other bolts. So what did I do? Did I put a long screw into the other bolts, or did they give me the wrong set of bolts? Well, let me take these out and see if one of these is a long one. Dagnabbit. See my problem? One bolt's long, one bolt's short. So, and then I've got 2 there that fit into the motorcycle. But now I'm wondering if I need to put the bracket on the motorcycle first, because I didn't get instructions. So if I did that, would I be able to tighten it? I don't think I'd be able to tighten it. Well, this is going to be a little trial and error. I'm going to have to figure this out. I guess the web has probably got instructions, but I didn't look. Okay, so that's a long one. Aha! First one I took out was the right one. So, good for me. At least I think. Could be they want you to use the short ones. So let me see. This, that. It does look awfully long. I don't think there's anything behind that it would hit on, so I'm just going to go with the flow and use the long ones. Loctite through there, a washer, and a lock nut. And I assume it's a 10 millimeter, so let me go get that. Come on, connect. There we go. Okay, nope, not 10 millimeter. That'd be too easy. It's 10 millimeter. No, what did I say? It was an 8 on the other ones, and this is a 10. That's okay. KTM's got that in the toolkit, so no harm, no foul, I guess. Be nice for consistency. Now, why do I have extra washers? Do I need washers someplace else? Again, I don't know. I don't have the instructions. I guess I have to pay some extra pounds for that. Right, there's one. Like I said, I might have to take this all apart. Anyway, if this bracket, I can't get to the bolts. So I think I should. I think if I come in through this way, I think that's what it's designed to do. Come in through there, and come in through there. And what size is this? Oh, look! Consistent size. Alright, let's reconvene over the bike. Okay, can you hear me? I got the air conditioner running over there in the garage because it's so blooming hot. Here at the bike, the two grommets here, you can put them in the bike, or you can put them on the skid plate itself. Put them, slide them onto these pins. So then once you have that, slide pins into the bushings. Like that. And it should actually stay up by itself. Take your bolts with a, what is this, 10 millimeter, and there's a little cutout right here in the top of the skid plate, so you can go in from the side, lift it up until it lines up with the hole in the frame. Hopefully it'll go in. Or not. we go. Alright, so there's one. I'll start the other side before I tighten this side down. Alright, tighten that side. Finish tightening this side. Okay. There, it's nice and solid. I have these two bolts from the original skid plate left over. And now I will show you what it looks like installed so you get an idea of the protection afforded by this thing. Alright, so here's where it comes down to this is the rear master cylinder here. This is the frame piece that comes back from the foot peg. And the skid plate does give some protection to that, especially from the side, so I don't know if this piece of the frame is subject to cracking or not, but it does have some protection there. If you look at the brake pedal, that skid plate actually will hit, or the brake pedal will actually hit the skid plate. So if this does get bashed in somehow, you might not be able to use your rear brake without pulling it out. Now if you look, it does give some good protection to the side case here, so that's good. Little kick out for your oil fill. Gives good protection on the front. I don't know if there's anything here that would ever hit, but good clearance for the exhaust pipe, and it does, I guess that would actually act as a little heat shield. So here's the rubber bushing and the pin mounted on the bottom of the skid plate. And you do actually have a hole here so you can see how much oil you've got in your bike. And I hope I've got oil in mine. Yep. There's some oil in there. Okay, let's go look at the other side. Okay, here's the other side. Again, you got some protection that comes back a little bit further to the side, and good protection along here for the case. So if you do hit a rock kind of on the side here, it's not going to catch the bottom of this case and offer, and have it crack. So that's good. The design is good, but it's pricey. Like you saw in my other review, I think it's a little overpriced. That might be just because of the dollars to pounds conversion. But I think it's, how much was it? I just looked. Well, anyway, I showed you. Here, 160 pounds plus $40 shipping, 200 pounds is about $265 US, and you can get the Flatlands for $100. I don't know how much the shipping is, but let's say $10. So 110 versus 265. It's a little steep. But I don't know. I don't have a Flatlands to give you a side-by-side comparison to show you what it protects and what it doesn't. So anyway, that's my installation. I'll post this up and you can hopefully install it yourself. Pretty easy. 2 bolts, not a big deal. Why is my daggone wrist controller always shut off? I want it to stay on all the time.